Hello students, let's continue the lesson permutations and combinations. So today we will take some questions from the topic permutation. Okay. So here the first question is, find the value of n. Find n if n minus 1 p3 is to n p4 is equals to 1:9. One equation is given, we have to find the value of n. So first we will write the given equation, that is n minus 1 p3 is to n p4 is equals to 1:9. So it can be written as it is given in the form of ratio. So we have to write n minus 1 p3 divided by n p4 is equals to 1/9. That implies, now it is in the form of NPR. What is the formula for NPR? NPR is equals to n factorial divided by n minus r whole factorial. Okay. NPR is equals to n factorial divided by n minus r whole factorial. Now here in the place of n minus 1 is there and the value of r is 3. So we have to write the value of n minus 1 p3, and that implies n minus 1 whole factorial divided by n. N means it is n minus 1 here. So n minus 1 minus r, that is minus 3 whole factorial divided by, now it is n p4. So here the value of r is 4. So write it as n factorial divided by, now it is n minus 4 whole factorial, and that is equals to 1/9. That implies, you see here it is a main divide, so we have to write it as n minus 1 whole factorial divided by, now it is n minus 1 minus 3, so it is n minus 4 whole factorial, n minus 4 whole factorial into, now we have to write the reciprocal of this, so write it as n minus 4 whole factorial divided by, this is n factorial, and that is equals to 1/9. So here this n minus 4 whole factorial, n minus 4 whole factorial will be cancelled out. Now this is n minus 1 whole factorial and it is n factorial. So n is greater than n minus 1, so we can write this n factorial as, write the numerator as it is and write this n factorial as n into n minus 1 whole factorial. We can stop at this n minus 1, okay. So it is n into n minus 1 whole factorial, and that is equals to 1/9. Now again this n minus 1 whole factorial, n minus 1 whole factorial is cancelled out. So it is 1 by n is equals to 1/9. So the value of n, what is the value of n? N is equals to 9. Very simple, okay. So in this way we have to find the value of n from this equation, okay. Now let's move on to the second question. The question is, find the value of r if 5pr is equals to 2 into 6pr minus 1. One equation is given again, we have to find the value of r. So here the given equation is 5pr is equals to 2 times of 6pr minus 1. So again we have to use the formula of NPR. Here n is equals to 5 and we have to find the value of r. So just write the value of 5pr, that is 5 factorial divided by 5 minus r whole factorial. It is in the form of NPR, so we have to use the formula for NPR, that is n factorial divided by n minus r whole factorial. So here it is 5pr, so we will get 5 factorial divided by 5 minus r whole factorial, that is equals to 2 times of, this is 6pr minus 1, in place of r minus 1 is there. So 2 into, this is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus r minus 1. 6 minus r minus 1, that is 6 minus r. Okay. 6 minus r minus 1 whole factorial. Now this is 5 factorial divided by 5 minus r whole factorial is equals to 2 into, now here you see it is 5 factorial and it is 6 factorial here. So we can expand this 6 factorial as 6 into 5 factorial. We can stop at 5 factorial as 5 factorial is here also. So it is divided by, now it is 6 minus r plus 1. So we can write 7 minus r whole factorial. 7 minus r whole factorial. Now this 5 factorial gets cancelled. So we can write 1 divided by 5 minus r whole factorial is equals to 12 divided by. Now you see here it is 7 minus r whole factorial and it is 5 minus r whole factorial, which is greater now. This is 7 minus r whole factorial is greater. So we have to expand 7 minus r whole factorial. So we can write it as 7 minus r, that is, if it is n factorial we have to write it as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, like that we have to expand. So we will write 7 minus r, then 7 minus r minus 1, 7 minus r minus 1, so we will get 6 minus r, then 7 minus r minus 2, so we will get 5 minus r and stop at 5 minus r. So this 7 minus r whole factorial can be written as 7 minus r into 6 minus r, that is 1 less than 7 minus r, then into 5 minus r whole factorial. Now here also the denominator is 5 minus r whole factorial. So this 5 minus r whole factorial will be cancelled out. So we will get one equation here, that is 7 minus r into 6 minus r is equals to 12. Okay. Now multiply it, we will get 42 minus 6r, then minus 7r, so we will get minus 13r, then plus r square is equals to 12. So here the quadratic equation is r square minus 13r, take 12 this side, we will get 42 minus 12, that is plus 30 equals to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation, so we have to find the value of r by factorizing this quadratic equation. So factorize it. So here the factorization is r minus 10 into r minus 3, that is equals to 0. Now r is equals to 10 or r is equals to 3. Now let us check what is the value of r. Here we got r is equals to 10 or r is equals to 3. But we know that in the formula NPR is equals to n factorial divided by n minus r whole factorial. In this NPR, this r is always less than or equals to n. R is always less than or equals to n. So here in this equation you see here the value of n is 5 and in this the value of n is 6. So obviously the value of n is 5 here. So obviously the value of r must be less than 5. Okay. So r is not equals to 10 here. So that means r is equals to 10 is not possible. So as the condition is r is less than or equals to n, so we have to take the value of r as r is equals to 3. Okay. So in this way we got the value of r, that is equals to 3. Clear? Now let us move on to the next question. The question is, how many words with or without meaning can be made from the letters of the word Monday? How many words with or without meaning can be made from the letters of the word Monday, assuming that no letter is repeated? Assuming that no letter is repeated if number 1, 4 letters are used at a time. Number 2, all letters are used at a time, and number 3 is all letters are used but first letter is a vowel. Okay. So here the given word is Monday. You see what is given in the question. We have to make words from the letters of the word Monday. that words may be meaningful or meaningless. That means we have to arrange the letters of the word Monday, arrangement in a definite order. Here order is also important. So it is a case of permutation. That means we have to arrange the letters of the word Monday, and here order is important. So it is a case of permutation. Now you see in this word Monday, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the letters are distinct. Okay, all the letters are distinct. Here number of letters, total number of letters in this word Monday is equals to 6. All letters are distinct. Okay. Now the first question is, how many words can be formed using the letters of the word Monday if 4 letters are used at a time? That means out of these 6 letters we have to use 4 letters at a time. Okay. So here for the first part, the value of n is 6. All the letters are distinct here, and repetition is not allowed. It is given that assuming that no letter is repeated. Repetition is not allowed, and we have to take 4 letters at a time. So R is equals to 4. Total number of letters is 6, and the number of letters to be taken, that is R is equals to 4, and repetition is not allowed. So it is a case of the permutation of n different objects. Here all the objects are different, all the letters are different. So it is a case of permutations of n different objects taken R at a time, and repetition is not allowed. Okay. So the number of words that can be formed, that means the arrangement, the total number of arrangements that can be formed using how many letters? 4 letters. 4 letters at a time. That is equals to, what is the formula? It is NPR. So that is equals to 6P4. 6P4. So we have to take 4 letters at a time out of these 6 letters. So it is denoted by 6P4. It is the case of permutation of 6 different objects taken 4 at a time. And we know how to calculate the value of this 6P4, that is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 4 whole factorial. Okay. And that is equals to, we can write it as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial, and here the denominator is also 2 factorial, that is why I am stopping at 2 factorial. So it is divided by 2 factorial. 2 factorial gets cancelled. So if we multiply, we will get, this is 30 into 4, that is 120, 120 into 3, that is equals to 360. So the answer is 360. That means the required number of words is 360. That means the number of words which can be formed using the letters of the word Monday taken 4 letters at a time. Clear? Now let us move on to the second part. The second part is, if all letters are used at a time. The second part is, if all letters are used at a time. So here the value of n is again 6. Total number of letters in the word Monday is 6. There are different letters, and all letters are taken at a time means R is also equals to 6. We have to take all the letters. So here the required number of words, in this case required number of words is equals to, what we have to write? 6P6. It is the case of permutation of 6 different objects taken 6 at a time. So it is 6P6. So we can write it as 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 6 whole factorial, and that is equals to 6 factorial. Okay. 6 factorial, as this is 6 minus 6, that is 0 factorial. So it is 1. So it is 6 factorial, and we know how to calculate the value of 6 factorial. Okay. Now let us move on to the third part. The third part is, all letters are used but first letter is a vowel. Okay. All letters are used. here the total number of letters is 6. Now the third part is, the question is, all letters are used but first letter is a vowel. How many letters are there? There are 6 letters, that means we have to fill 6 places. Now first letter is a vowel means, how many vowels are there in this word Monday? There are 2 vowels. This is O is a vowel and A is also a vowel. That means the first place, here the first place can be filled in how many ways? We can fill it by either this O or A. So it can be filled in 2 ways. That means we have to take one letter out of these 2 vowels. So it can be filled in 2 P1 ways, or we can write directly 2 ways. And the remaining 5 letters, can be filled in how many ways? That means we have to take the remaining 5 letters, we have to take all the letters here. So it can be filled in 5 P5 ways, 5 P5 ways, as how many letters are remaining now? 5 letters, and we have to take all the letters. So we can fill it in 5 P5 ways, we can arrange it in 5 P5 ways. So in this case the required number of words, is equals to, here the first place, that means the first letter can be filled in 2 ways and the remaining 5 letters can be filled in 5 P5 ways. So by fundamental principle of counting, the required number of words is equals to 2 into 5 P5, okay, and it is equals to 2 into, what is 5 P5? That is 5 factorial. Directly we can write it as 5 factorial, okay. So that is equals to 2 into, what is 5 factorial? 5 factorial is, what is the value of 5 factorial? That is 120. So it is equals to 240. So the required number of words in this case is 240. So when we use the first letter as a vowel, that means if the first letter is a vowel, then the total number of required words is 240. Clear? Now let us move on to the next question. The question is, in how many of the distinct permutations of the letters in this word Mississippi do the 4 I's not come together? In how many of the distinct permutations of the letters in Mississippi do the 4 I's not come together? It is asked that in how many of the distinct permutations do the 4 I's not come together, okay. So here the given word is Mississippi. So how many letters are there? How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here the value of n is 11. Here all letters are not distinct, So it is a case of permutation in which all the objects are not distinct, okay. Here you see S appears 4 times. So write, there are 4, I appears 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 I's, there are 4 I's, comma, then 4 S's, and P appears 2 times and 2 P's, 2 P's are there, and rest all the letters are different. M appears only 1 times, okay. So here the total number of letters is 11, but here all the letters are not distinct. Here there are 4 I's, I appears 4 times and S appears 4 times, P appears 2 times. So, but we have to find in how many of the distinct permutations of the letters of this word Mississippi do the 4 I's not come together. So first of all we will find the total number of distinct permutations of the letters of this word. So total number of distinct permutations permutations of total number of distinct permutations of the letters of this word. Okay, that is clear. That is equals to, now it is a case of permutations of n objects in which there are some objects of same kind. So here 4 objects are of same kind and other 4 objects are also of same kind, 2 objects are of same kind. So which formula we have to use? We know that permutations of n objects, when there are p1 objects are of same kind, p2 objects are of same kind, like that. So the formula is n factorial divided by p1 factorial into p2 factorial into p3 factorial dot 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 into pk factorial. That formula we have to use here. So the value of n is 11, so we will write 11 factorial here divided by 4 objects, 4 i's are there, so we will write 4 factorial, then into 4 s's are there, so again 4 factorial into 2 p's are there, so we will write 2 factorial, and rest all the letters are different. So here is one letter only remaining, that is m, and that appears only 1 times. Okay. So if we calculate this, you know how to calculate the value of this. So if we simplify this, we will get the value as 34,650. 34,650 is the value is, this is the value of this expression. So this is the total number of distinct permutations of the letters of the word Mississippi. Now we have to find the total number of distinct permutations in which 4 i's not come together. So first of all we will find the total number of distinct permutations in which the 4 i's comes together. The 4 i's comes together, then we can subtract that result from the total number of permutation. So we will get the total number of distinct permutations in which 4 i's not come together. So let us consider the 4 i's as a single object, So I am writing these 4 i's together in a box now. Just put it in a box and treat it as a single object. Okay. That means excluding these i's, how many letters are remaining now? That means 11 minus 4, that is 7 letters. Then include this single object. So how many letters are there? If these 4 i's are treated as a single object, then the remaining 7 letters including this single object, the total number of letters in this case is, then n is equals to 8. Okay. This 4 i's is taken as a single object and the remaining 7 letters, that is totally it accounts 8 letters. Okay. In which there are 4 s's. This 4 i's is treated as single object, but there are 4 s's in which there are 4 s's and 2 p's. Okay, 2 p's. So the number of distinct permutations, in which the 4 i's comes together is equals to, now in this case if these 4 i's are treated as a single object, then the total number of letters is 8. So in this case it is equals to 8 factorial divided by 4 factorial, as there are 4 s's and 2 p's into 2 factorial. So if we calculate this, we will get, if we simplify this, we will get 840. Okay. 8 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 2 factorial, that is equals to 840. So here we find out the total number of distinct permutations of the letters of the word Mississippi. Next we got the number of distinct permutations in which the 4 i's occurs together. That means the 4 i's comes together. But what we have to find? We have to find the distinct permutations in which 4 i's not come together. So what we have to do now? So the number of distinct permutations in which the 4 i's not come together is equals to the total number of permutations. We have to subtract the number of distinct permutations in which 4 i's comes together from the total number of permutations. Okay. So is equals to the total number of permutations, that is 34,650 minus 840. Okay. So just subtract it, then we will get it as 33,810. Okay. You subtract it, you will get 33,810. So in this type of question, first of all we have to find the total number of distinct permutations of the letters of the given word. Then here the given word is Mississippi. So here it is asked that in how many of the distinct permutations the 4 i's not come together. So first of all we will find the total number of permutations, then the number of distinct permutations in which the 4 i's comes together, then subtract the number of distinct permutations in which the 4 i's comes together from the total number of permutations. Clear? Okay students, that's all for today. So in the next class we will discuss about combination, and let's see what is the difference between permutation and combination. So let's meet in the next session with a new topic, combination. Till then, bye bye, thank you very much.